Great. Well, it looks like most people have been able to get logged in. My name is Lily Nelson. I am an admissions counselor here at Baylor. We're so excited that you've been joining Premier today. It looks like we have a really awesome crowd here for our informatics session. With that, I want to introduce Dr. Benton to you all. She is going to be presenting today, and she's absolutely incredible. So with that, I'll turn it over to her.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it's great to be here. And as Lily mentioned, my name is Lauren Benton, and I'm an assistant professor of bioinformatics here in the Department of Computer Science. My fun fact of today is I was also a Baylor bioinformatics undergraduate. So I've had the experience both as a student and a professor in this program. So I'm really excited to get to talk to you about our program and about these informatics majors. So we have a bachelor's degree in informatics in the department and two different majors. So one is in bioinformatics, which is kind of a combination of computer science, life science like biology and chemistry, and then mathematics and statistics. And so this program is essentially a double major in these kind of life sciences like biology and computer science. And we also have a major in data science, which combines computer science, mathematics, and statistics. And so this program, instead of having the life sciences, there's an additional requirement for a minor in another discipline. And students from both of these programs commonly continue into kind of a wide range of fields, from medicine and medical school to graduate school and careers in data analytics or visualization and machine learning. So kind of what is bioinformatics? It's a really long word that I didn't actually know the definition of until I got to Baylor, but bioinformatics is this interdisciplinary area that applies or combines computational techniques and biological data. So things like genetic data or things from experiments or maybe healthcare, medical data. And so combining these computational techniques with the data to learn new knowledge or discover patterns that have applications in the biomedical sciences. And so bioinformatics at Baylor is actually a really unique program. So this was the first undergraduate program in 1999 and continues to be a really unique program in that as an undergraduate, you get to have this really diverse training in a large kind of number of fields. And so this really interdisciplinary informatics major is rather unique. A lot of our graduates go on to attend graduate school or professional school like medical schools. But our degree in bioinformatics is a degree in informatics, which means there are really a wide range of options that you can pursue, not just things that are strictly bioinformatics, but it opens the doors for many things in the medical, biological, and kind of chemical fields. And so we have about 40 to 50 different majors. So it's not a huge program, but there are some really strong cohorts that have come through our group. And bioinformatics at Baylor, these are just some of the kind of requirements for this major. So we have computer science, 32 credit hours in computer science, 20 credit hours in biology, and 17 credit hours in chemistry. So you can start to see how interdisciplinary this degree program is, and how I said it's kind of like a double major in that you're taking about the same number of computer science hours as you are in biology and chemistry. But then what I think is really cool about this bioinformatics program is there's also 9 credit hours of bioinformatics focused coursework. So these are things like a class on genomics and bioinformatics, or this capstone design project that allows students to really jump in, try some hands-on research and actually solve problems and build tools that are currently in use. So things that students have built in previous versions of this capstone project are actually publicly available and used by researchers. All right, and so this is a flow chart that sort of describes the bioinformatics major and kind of breaks it down across what would be 4 years of your undergraduate degree. So you can see on the top the fall and spring designations across 4 years and the number of hours that are contained in each column. This top section is our computer science requirements. So you can see starting with our introductory courses and kind of moving through throughout these upper level computer science courses. I'll point out at the bottom, these 3 with the little diamonds are our bioinformatics focused classes. So our genomics and our capstone project at the end. And then down here at the bottom, this is our sort of math and biology and chemistry tracks. You can see some of the classes that you take, including genetics courses, some chemistry classes, and then along the bottom are more general education requirements. And so you'll still get some of those foreign language and social science and other kinds of electives at the bottom. And so students in our bioinformatics program spend their time at Baylor developing what I think is a really strong foundation kind of along the base, at the base of this pyramid. So in this undergraduate section, students start by building a foundation in mathematics and computer programming, as well as in these really foundational concepts in biology, like biochemistry and genetics and evolutionary biology, and then moving along in your degree to build some expertise in statistics, databases, and algorithms, all of which allow you to learn more about how to develop and design tools in bioinformatics and lead students into kind of graduate and industry, which really focuses in this space a lot on research. So kind of building the foundation of this pyramid in undergrad sets you up in a really good place to go to the graduate or professional schools or industry and do research in bioinformatics. So what can you do with the degree in bioinformatics? Like I mentioned at the beginning, a lot of our students go to graduate school. So here about 75% of our students go to graduate schools, either the professional schools, those would be things like medical school, but we also have graduate programs and students go to graduate programs in bioinformatics, in the life sciences like biology, or in computer science. And so there's really a wide range of things that you can do for graduate education. And then about a quarter of the students can go straight into industry. So a lot of these will include research positions, but they're working for companies in bioinformatics, in computer science companies. So things like software development, or in the life sciences too. And although I might be a little bit biased, I think we also have some really amazing bioinformatics research happening here at Baylor. So Dr. Eric Baker, who is also the chair of the computer science department, uses bioinformatics to study the biology of alcohol use and neuropsychiatric disorders. And in the second 2 bullet points, you can see he also maintains several bioinformatics resources for the research community, including Matter, which is a tissue resource that focuses on alcoholism research, and GeneWeaver, which contains a set of tools, genomics tools for researchers, and is one of the resources that our undergraduate students can interact with during their capstone. And then I'm interested in the study of gene regulation. So my research focuses on using bioinformatics to study genomics. And so your DNA, your genome sequence, actually contains many short DNA sequences that act kind of like light switches, and they turn genes on and off at the right cells at the right time. And so these little switches are really important for the proper functioning of all of our cells, and mutations in them can lead to disease. And so my research group tries to integrate, use computer science to integrate lots of experimental data sets and build computational models to try to understand how these switches work and make predictions about what mutations might lead to disease. So there's some really cool research opportunities here at Baylor in bioinformatics. If biology is not as much your thing, we also have a major in data science, which is a little bit broader. So data science is a degree that allows students to kind of apply computational techniques to kind of a wide range of fields in order to solve problems. So I like to use this Venn diagram. So if you think of this big yellow circle here as data science, it contains many kind of smaller subfields. So things like computer science, mathematics and statistics, and then this other purple circle, that's subject matter expertise. And so students in data science get this foundation in computer science, math, and statistics, and then a minor in another area that brings in this subject matter expertise. And so students majoring in this area receive training in all of these different domains and kind of get to be the unicorn at the center of our Venn diagram here. And so, like I mentioned on the previous slide, there are a number of different application areas in data science, including risk detection and security, healthcare, image and speech recognition. There's logistics. Data science is used in gaming and augmented and virtual reality. So whether you're interested in healthcare or game design or business or logistics, you name it, it really is the ability to apply data science to that subject area. So this is a really customizable and also a very important field that can be applied to a lot of different domains. And it doesn't hurt that data scientists are in really high demand right now. So this diagram is showing the average salary ranges for people with data science expertise in a number of different positions. So near the top here, you'll see ranges from around 40 to 60 as a starting salary for early career data scientists. But if you look near the bottom of this plot, the senior and lead data scientists and data engineers can start around $80,000 to $100,000. And so I think, because technology is such a vital part of our daily lives and so many different domain areas, from gaming to healthcare to security, we are accumulating lots of data. So the incorporation of data science and these techniques into all domains translates into this high demand for the skills and increased kind of job stability and also flexibility. So these skills are broadly applicable to a wide range of things. And many companies and programs are looking for people with data science skills. And so this is a flowchart of our data science major. It's formatted in a very similar way to the bioinformatics one we got a peek at earlier in the presentation, starting in fall of your freshman year and moving all the way through. So at the top are our computer science courses again, starting with intro to programming and ending with another capstone-like project at the end of the senior year. The second row is, you can see where our math and statistics plays a large role in this degree, as well as some courses about ethics. And then there's space at the bottom for the required minor courses. And that's where we bring in that third part of the Venn diagram, which is subject matter expertise. So depending on what you're interested in or how you want to tailor this data science major, the minor there can contribute to that third part of the Venn diagram. Right. And I know I can see that there are probably questions popping in, and I wanted to put up some contact information if you have any other questions or interested in learning more. We have a website on Informatics at Baylor, and I'm happy to answer any questions that might have come up. I know it's a bit of a whirlwind tour.
Dr. Benton, I was able to answer a few in the chat, but we did have a few come in that I've not answered yet, and that would be great for you to do. Jake Farmer asked, how good at or interested in chemistry do you have to be? And I'm guessing he's referring to bioinformatics. But.
Yes. So I think the chemistry is definitely a part of the major. So you're taking the introductory chemistry courses and organic chemistry, and I think biochemistry as well. But you don't have to be, if you're interested in other parts of biology, like you're really interested in genetics, I think the chemistry is manageable for someone. You're not going to have to be a chemist. But I think the chemistry classes are really designed to help kind of inform that coursework in the life sciences and biology and kind of complement the whole thing. So if you're interested in medical school or you're interested in genetics and some of these applications in biology, I think the chemistry classes that are required do support that understanding. So.
It's great. We have another question as well. If I'm interested in informatics, but not sure whether to do data science or bioinformatics, which one is best to apply to? Do you have any advice for this student?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think if you are interested in data science, but you're not sure about the biology, the data science major is a little bit more flexible in that you get to choose your minor and prepare your own domain knowledge, and that could be overlap with biology. But if you're pretty sure you're interested in things like life science or healthcare, then I think the bioinformatics track builds that in really nicely, has already kind of mapped that all out.
That's great. Thank you so much. All right. And then let's see, there was a question about if I were interested in a specific field of data science, does the major branch out? What would you say for that one?
So I guess for clarification, we think the major, does it branch out into a specific?
Yeah, the student didn't say, but let's say like they really loved physics or math, one of those disciplines within the major.
Yeah. Like so I think with the data science major, you have the minor and you have some additional electives that you don't have in the bioinformatics major that would allow you to take some classes that are more specific to the things that you're interested in or the parts of data science that you're interested in. So I think you could kind of branch out or take a path that tailors that degree to your interests.
Thank you. And then we do have another one. How difficult do students find the bioinformatics major to be? And speaking from experience, what would you say, Dr. Benton?
Yeah, so I think the bioinformatics major is challenging. Usually because it spans so many different things, you're probably going to encounter something that you've never taken classes in or you've never thought about. For me, that was the computer science. I had no experience with technology really. And so that was definitely challenging. But I think that there are so many really cool things that you can do with the bioinformatics major that kept me motivated through the times that are a little bit more difficult. So I think there's a lot of great support here, kind of across the board to help you succeed from tutoring and advising to your peers and finding an end goal that you're really interested in will help kind of carry you through the challenging bits.
That's great. Looks like we have about 6 minutes left. So we still have plenty of time for questions, students. We have another one. Do you need to like computer science to do this major? And I'm maybe either data science or bioinformatics. What would you say to that?
Yeah, I think you don't have to, I guess I'll phrase it, you don't need to be a software developer in the future to succeed in the bioinformatics major or the data science major. I think what's really neat about informatics is that it's inherently very applied to a specific topic or problem solving. So for me, I think of the computer science as a tool to help me solve the problems or the puzzles that I'm interested in. So what motivates me are the questions in genetics, and what helps me answer those questions is the computer science. You have, from this major, you get a really good foundation in computer science and kind of the theory and how it works, and you'll end up with a good understanding of computer science, but it doesn't have to be the sole motivator for the informatics programs. I think, again, what's nice about these is that the computer science and the statistics and even the domain knowledge, it's all there to help you solve a problem that you're interested in. So these are all kind of tools that we can use.
That's great. All right, students, this is your opportunity. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop those in, and we'll just wait a couple of more minutes to see if anything comes in. Looks like we have another question. What type of minors are available for people majoring in data science? And I can help with this one as well if you need.
Great. Yeah, so I am a little bit less familiar with some of the minors. So Kelly, if you might want to jump in.
So honestly, we have tons of options. The only minors that are not available for data science is computer science and math, because there's so much overlap. So really, if it's an approved minor at Baylor, if the minor exists, that is an option for you, provided it's not computer science or math. And Baylor has tons of minors. We've seen students, I mentioned we had a handful of data science. We probably have closer to 20 right now, but we have seen business minors, biology minors. There's been a ton, film and digital media. There's been a lot of different options. So really it depends on the student's interest. So that's for that one. Dr. Benton, will there be research opportunities available during our time in the bioinformatics track?
Yes, I know that Dr. Baker also works with undergraduate students, but speaking for myself, I started this year actually as a professor, and so I'm still actively recruiting both undergraduate and graduate students to do research, and I expect that to continue. There's always problems to solve, and I'm always looking for people who are excited to jump in and help out.
All right, Lily, I'm going to turn things over to you.
Awesome. I noticed you have a quick question. We have a minute to answer it if we want. It says, is data science available as a minor?
It is not. You cannot minor in something that you major in. So that is a no.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Benton and Ms. Gould, for answering all our questions and all this amazing information. I know that was so helpful, and I know everyone enjoyed it a lot. If you guys have any questions, definitely reach out, let us know. We would love to answer any of your questions. And if not, we will end the session. Y'all can, I know some of y'all might have lunch or next session, so feel free to go join that. And again, thanks so much for joining us. It was so much fun to get to meet with y'all today, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your premiere day. And thanks again to y'all for that incredible information. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.